Saving for retirement, it has its challenges. And according to a recent study, it's not just the regular folk, even the wealthy are falling short of what they're going to need to retire successfully. Back with us today, Gary Mattson and Laurel Steward, the father-daughter duo. They're part of the team at Mattson Financial, a full-service financial and retirement firm in the Grand Rapids area. Also popular radio show hosts. You may have heard them on the dial. Good morning, Gary and Laurel. How are you?
Good morning. Good.
Good morning. Doing well, thank you.
Great to see you. And Laurel, wow. Any minute now, right? I'm sorry. I know it's not what we're here to talk about,
right?
But we're very excited.
No, that's okay. I know it's coming fast. That's for sure. I'm down to the weeks time frame, so that seems very crazy.
Yeah, people always say to me, Gary, you're a little older. You know, what's the succession plan? Well, there's our newest employee coming soon.
I can't wait. All right. As I said in the introduction here, there are people making good money. All right, 6 figures plus, and even they are falling short of saving. Why is that happening?
Well, it's really about the rising cost of living, and people are really, looking for the opportunity to move into homes because the interest rates are so low, so they're getting a little bit larger home, and they're actually just doing what we call living, paying for life and experiencing things along the way. And unfortunately, they're not looking at the opportunity they're having saving taxes as well as putting money away in retirement. So again, with families, things that come up, emergencies, as well as taking care of kids, food, all those things go along. COVID changed a lot of things, and new expenses come in for computers, having access to all that. So it's been kind of a roller coaster ride for a lot of those people, even the high net worth clients, of keeping the things level, or you want to call them balance.
I look at my budget, no lie, every day, okay? But I don't want to look at my budget, or I don't look at any budget when I'm in retirement. How can I overcome that obstacle? Is there a way for me to retire and not have to worry about my budget?
Yes, very common. And everybody, when we start talking about the word budget, they're like, oh man, like I don't want to keep track of it, right? I just know this is what I spend and this, that, and the other thing. And that's what the key is we can rephrase that and throw the word budget out, but just what is it that you need for your critical income need? What is it, every month to go get your Starbucks during the day, go out with your friends on the weekends for lunch, whatever that looks like, there's a certain amount of money that you follow, as a regiment. And so we have a conversation to know what that is, so then we can then create an income plan to say, hey, we need X amount here to cover what you want to do here. And so I think if you start looking at it that way, it's a little bit different, just to say, hey, I need this paycheck coming in every month to do the things I want to do to give me that freedom.
Yeah, it gives you the confidence when you know what you want to spend and you're having at least that much or more in the accounts on a regular basis, knowing how it's going to go, and then take away the avenue where you have to look at it every day or worry about it every day. That's what we call the stress-free retirement.
Stress-free sounds good, and yes, Starbucks is critical. So why is it important?
Yes.
So
decaf for me, but it's still good.
Right, of course. In my 20s and 30s, I was under the impression that Social Security was this was going to be my retirement. Obviously, we've learned that is not the case, but supplementing Social Security with this income that you're talking about, why is that so important?
Yeah, so to dial in there a little bit more, first and foremost, when it comes to Social Security, we're going to look at optimizing it. So what are the different options? Some people might want to take early at 62. Some might wait till their full retirement age, which, commonly right now is 66 and 4 months, things like that. Or perhaps deferring and waiting till age 70. But we're going to look at that for you, and if you're married, your spouse, because it is going to affect, the spouse that is still left behind once the one passes. So we want to make sure there's line of sight there. And then secondly is looking to say, okay, that's not the primary income source. That's a supplemental piece. So what do we need from our investments if we don't have a pension and things to make sure we can still live the life we want to? And so we actually run scenarios with you during our first couple meetings and talk about that. And so you can see with growth and taking income, what's still going to be left for, charities or kids, or maybe you say, I don't want anything left, I want to spend it all. So that's all a topic of conversation that we really get to know you and making sure that this plan is yours.
Yeah, it's really important to understand the Social Security benefits and how they work for you and your plan. Recently, we had a client call and her husband passed away unexpectedly at 60 years old, and she's 60 also. And she was under stress, and actually the second call she made was to us. The first call was to the children, and saying, I'm worried because we're retired, and now that Social Security is gone because he's passed, he had the large amount, and we just calmed her down and said, no, you have widow benefits that start at age 60. You're going to be okay. Don't worry about it. And his benefits are going to be your benefits. And she had that peace of mind to know that she's going to be okay. And then she can take that relaxation and take time to do what she needs to for her and the family, and knowing that she's going to be okay from then on. That's part of the plan we did. We looked at it and said, if he passes or you pass, how does the plan work? And now she has that comfort knowing that she doesn't have to worry about making sure financially she's okay. She just needs to worry about taking care of herself and the family.
You know, it seems like every week we're hearing a new record high in the stock market, right? The Dow keeps soaring. So if you're in or near retirement, I mean, you may want to try and play the market, right? Is that a risky idea or a good one?
Well, it could be fun while you're on the up and up, but obviously when we talk, excuse me, when we talk about retirement, you want to make sure that you're not participating a lot in that, because hey, if it falls, you're going to fall with it. And then what does that do to your retirement plan? If you're nearing retirement, are you going to have to push that day out now? Or perhaps are you still going to retire but have less income, and now you kind of have to change your plans there too? So it's really key to make sure that you have a plan in place, that you're not just simply playing the market and betting on things, but having a plan in place to know what it's going to do for you, what the risk and the reward is, and to make sure that that's the best fit for your path.
Yeah, understanding investing is all about not having the highest risk, but having a diversified portfolio that allows you to take advantage of the markets. So if all you've got in your portfolio is stocks and bonds and they both go down, that's what you can expect. And people in retirement don't like that ride. So we want to add other types of investments that don't go down just like stocks and bonds do. We have other investments, real estate, private equity, hedge funds, commodities, even foreign currency, to take that risk away, but actually it adds to the portfolio. So like we saw last year in the pandemic, real estate was still up when the markets went down. We had the opportunity to rebalance that portfolio and take advantage of that because assets were diversified.
Perfect. Now, so it sounds like we're taking some market risk off the table here. You might not have the time to make that money back if there's a big loss. So how can our money still potentially grow without, the big gains you might get at the market?
Well, it's really about, again, having diversification. You want to have proper gains for you. A 35% return for a 35-year-old gambling it all out in what we call the GameStop type of stock, that may be okay for them. It's not okay when you're in retirement, having that ups and downs. So it's having, again, the diversified portfolio, having the correct assets in a tax structure buckets, tax deferred, tax free, and taxable, as well as having income in a position that you know you can never outlive it. Right now they say you should take out 2.5% to 3% of your portfolio, and even then, 18 to 19% of the people are going to run out of money. In our plan, we laid out, we show you, we actually have it shown out that you have a 95% or greater chance that you'll never run out of money. And more than that, you're going to pass on assets to whom you want, when you want, with as little tax implications as possible. So it's understanding and seeing that plan put together, that gives you the confidence that you're going to have that stress-free retirement.
Okay, Gary, you brought it up. Taxes, okay? You said the word. How important is that?
Fair enough.
Tax planning, successful retirement, can they go hand in hand? They have to, right?
Absolutely, and we feel like you can't have a strategy or a retirement plan put in place without having a tax plan along with it. Because really you might be, really happy with your advisor getting a lot of the up and ups, but then what happens when you go to take money out of those accounts? If you do have, particularly a 401k that you've been investing in for all these years, now you're going to be paying more in taxes as well. So they really, really have to go hand in hand.
Yeah, recently we had a client last year that we harvested tax losses, and he made a great gain on their portfolio for the family, and he paid this much in taxes, even though it was a large amount of capital gains. Because it's understanding how you take tax harvesting at the right time to mitigate taxes in the future, and converting IRA money to Roth IRA money, putting that all together so you can have the income you want and have the lowest taxes. Because we know one thing, was this new about $29 trillion of debt in the United States. And we're hearing it on the news every single day. New taxes are coming. If you don't plan now, you're going to give those dollars up.
The good news is we have you to sort it all out for us, our trusted advisors at Mattson Financial. You got a deal for our audience too, correct?
For the first 5 callers, if you've saved $250,000 or more for retirement, you can sit down with one of our advisors, complimentary, and start talking about that retirement plan and getting started today.
Perfect, Laurel. Thanks, Gary. Appreciate the time. So for you at home, if you want to learn more about getting to and getting through retirement, Mattson Financial has a great offer right now. As you heard, the first 5 callers that have saved $250,000 or more that are retired or nearing retirement, they're offering a complimentary full-blown retirement plan just for you. This will allow them to sit down with you personally and provide you with a roadmap, analyzing where you are right now and discussing your best steps to really get ready for a successful retirement, a game plan to get you where you need to be. The number to call, 616-514-3831. Again, 616-514-3831.